and we are calling this meeting a listening party. You know, we like to have a good party, right? So let's do that. This is the agenda for today. We're going to discuss, eventually we will break out into rooms and have a discussion with at least one output, which will be what we can do about this issue of our children accessing early childhood education programs during this COVID time. So it's so huge, it's such a big issue, but together we can take little steps to help each other. So this is a collaboration meeting, and I'm really excited to have it and glad that you're here. I wanted to get started by turning it over to Dawn Knock, our early childhood education specialist, who's going to talk about why you're needed, why we need you.
Can everybody hear me? Great. All right. So greetings and thank you all for joining us. As you know, we're here to talk about COVID-19's impact on families experiencing homelessness. The impact of the pandemic has many people focused on financial insecurities in businesses and in homes, health impacts, social distancing, virtual learning concerns surrounding children in grades K through 12, and yes, even toilet paper. But not much attention, however, has been given to the traumatic impact the pandemic can have on children birth to 5 years of age. Now more than ever, toxic stress or trauma is a threat to children experiencing homelessness. The added stress of what it means to children who are in rooms with depressed parents, parents who are stressed by trying to meet the educational needs of older children and not always engaging with their younger children is a real concern to us right now. We know that stress hormones can have a negative impact on brain development. Children and families living in shelter that have experienced multiple adverse experiences such as deep poverty, high crime, domestic violence, racism, neglect, abuse, etc., also known as ACEs, are at a greater risk of long-term social, mental health, and physical health risk. The good news is that setbacks and barriers don't have to lead down a dead-end road. Resilience can be nurtured in children and families that have experienced homelessness. COVID-19 has presented families with a greater need for support, both now and the coming weeks, the coming months, and even the coming years. What are some of those needs? One, access to high quality early learning experiences, consistent nurturing and responsive adults, active movement, age-appropriate learning and engagement and brain stimulation, social connections and mental health resources. These are but a few of the COVID challenges facing families experiencing homelessness. Bell believes that with strong partners like the people on this call, children and families, and I don't want to overlook early intervention because that is also a great need at this time. Bell believes that with strong partners like the people on this call, children and families can be on the road to the bounce back, a term used by researchers Catulli and Huber, known to us or known to Bell as JJ and Jeanette. It's our hope that we can keep this trauma-informed ball moving. The ball is now in your court.
Got to press that unmute button. Sorry about that. Thank you, Dawn. That was very thoughtful and the best words to help throughout the day to keep in mind. So what we're going to do is have a few staff to take about 2 minutes just to share your early learning shelter experiences for the group to kind of let us know what's happening with you. And if you can limit this to 2 minutes, I mean, there's so much to talk about, but we will definitely unpack a lot of that. You can just give us an overview. So we'll go in this order. First, we will start with People's Emergency Center, followed by Woodstock, followed by Stenton, followed by Covenant House. Why don't we get started with People's Emergency Center? Whoever is representing, please go ahead and jump in and tell us what your experience